things in my classroom are
Hola, hola.
chairs. I hear you now, Nelson.
You said me?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Good. Carlos, chairs, Mexico, um, coffee. Okay, so those are examples of concepts. Concepts are things that have a name. Anything that has a name. Comments, questions about this? Great. Now we will practice with something that we call a description. What is a description? A description is a characteristic. Okay? A description is a characteristic. It's a word that gives more information about an object, a person, a thing, or a concept. It gives more information about a concept. So, for example, we have the idea the house is big. What is the description?
It's
It's
big.
big. Okay. Okay, so big is the description. What is big? What are we giving more information about?
House.
Exactly. House is the name of something, right? So house is a concept. Okay, good. Comments, questions? Great. Okay, so now sometimes you can, you can transform a concept into a description and vice versa. For example, do you know the description happy? Okay. Happy is a description. For example, Francisco is happy. Okay, so in this moment, happy is a description. What are we describing? Exactly. We are describing Francisco. Francisco is the name of a person, so Francisco is a concept. Good. Now, happy is a description, but let's talk about the name of the emotion. Okay? So, to transform a description into a concept, there are different manners. Sometimes, for example, you can use at the end ness, or sometimes shun. Words that finish with ness, shun are concepts. So, happy, to transform happy, in this case, we're going to use ness. So, it is happiness. But in this case, we have to change the Y for an I. So this is the name of the emotion. Happy, happiness. Happiness is the name of the emotion. Another example, the description sad. Sad is a description. The name of the emotion is sadness. Or this is not always the case. These are only some examples. There are others, for example, the word, we will see this in the vocabulary, but angry. Angry is a description. The concept of angry is anger. Okay, let's have the word beauty. Do you know the word beauty? The description form is beautiful. So sometimes concepts finish in ness, shun. An example with shun is like imagination. Imagination is a concept. Descriptions normally sometimes finish in fo or ik. Like, for example, a fantastic. These are only some examples. There are more, but it's only an introduction. The point right now is to understand the difference between concepts and descriptions. Well, students, do you have any comments? Any questions about this part? No? Great. Can I close the window? Perfect. So let's hear the explanation of the system.
Concepts and descriptions. Words in English have different uses according to their category. Being able to tell the difference between these categories leads to a better comprehension of written English. A good example is to learn how concepts and descriptions work in a sentence. A concept names a person, animal, place, thing, quality, idea, or action. Kiwi, for example, is a concept that names a specific fruit. And happiness names a specific feeling. Descriptions, on the other hand, tell the quality, quantity, extent, or distinction of a concept. Big, for example, is a description that describes the size of a concept. A big kiwi. And happy describes a specific state of mind. A concept is something we talk about, while a description provides further information about what is being talked about. Descriptions may be formed from concepts and vice versa. So it's important to be able to distinguish one from the other in order to understand and structure ideas correctly. Some examples are beauty, beautiful, pride, proud, happiness, happy, intelligence, Intelligent.
Great. Vocabulary of lesson 27. Sandra.
Noble titles.
I'm sorry, Sandra, what is the second word?
Noble titles.
Great. Noble titles. Okay, so what are noble titles? As it is there, positions in nobility. In the past, we didn't have a democracy. There were different positions in society. Okay, so for example, king, queen, princess are examples of noble titles. Victor.
Abolished.
Norton.
Abolished.
Great. Abolished. Okay, so what is abolish? As is there, abolish is similar to prohibited or eliminated. Abolished. Eliminated. For example, in the United States in the past, there were some years where alcohol was prohibited. Alcohol was abolished. Great. And next one. Dayara.
Loot. Looted.
One more time.
Loot.
Good. Looted.
Looted.
Great. Looted. Okay, so what is looted? As it says there, when you take something by force or illegally. For example, um, this was more common in the past. When there is a hurricane or a disaster, people enter stores, for example, Electra or any types of the stores, and they start taking the televisions. They loot these stores. Great. Next one. Francisco. Francisco.
Okay, teacher, good morning. Excuse me. Mob.
Great. Mob. All right. So, what is a mob? A mob is a group of angry people. As is there, people that attack, destroy, graffiti. Victor.
Teacher, the mob is the same than riot.
They are connected. A riot is a protest,
Oh, yes.
and this protest includes a mob. Yeah, riot is specifically a protest. A mob refers to the people.
Thank you, teacher.
Great.
People angry.
Angry people, yeah. Violent people. And Leticia.
No escuché. Broke into.
Good, Marta.
Broke into.
Great. Broke into. Broke into is an action in yesterday. Today, break. Yesterday, broke. Super yesterday, broken. Break into is when you enter a place illegally or by force. A person broke into my apartment and stole my TV. Great. That's all the vocabulary, students, of the first paragraph. Do you have any comments, any questions about it? Great. So we will now listen to paragraph number 5.
After the independence, all noble titles were abolished, but the Counts of Orizaba remained living in the House of Tiles. On December 4th, 1828, the house was looted by an angry mob. An officer, angry because he was not permitted to romance a young woman of the family, broke into the House of Tiles.
Great. So let's read the paragraph. Victor, could you please read the paragraph for us?
Yes. After the independence, all noble titles were abolished, but the counts of Orizaba remained living in the House of Tiles. On December 4, 1828, the house was looted by any angry
I'm
mob.
sorry, who looted the House of Tiles?
The house was the house was looted by an angry mob. An officer, angry because he was not permitted to romance a young woman of the family, broke into the House of Tiles.
All right. Great, thank you very much, sir. Super good. And next one. Dayara, could you please read the paragraph one more time for us?
Yes. After the independence, as noble titles, all noble titles were abolished, but
Good.
the
I'm sorry,
nobles
Dayara. What happened after the
abolished
independence?
all
Good.
noble.
Let's practice that pronunciation.
Okay.
This is it. Color chart.
Or
I'm sorry.
all
Oh,
all
again.
all
Exactly. All.
all
So what
after,
things were abolished?
after the independence, all nobles titles
Good. What
were
things were noble?
were abolished.
Good. Let's practice one pronunciation there. Color chart.
Independence. Independence.
Child, tight, tighter,
Good, Marta.
tighter,
I'm not sure. What is this pronunciation?
tight, tighta, title, titles,
Good, Marta.
titles,
You can say titles or titles.
titles,
Exactly, titles.
titles. All novels titles when abolished,
Good.
but
What is the superior form of Abolish.
abolished,
Exactly. Abolished.
were abolished, but counts of Orizaba remained living is in the House of Tillers
Good.
on
I'm sorry. One more time. Who remained in this house?
Tiles
Okay, we have to practice that one too. Color chart.
to Ti- Tiles Tiles
One more time.
Tiles
I hear an extra.
Tiles
Mm,
Tiles
okay, what is this pronunciation?
Tiles Tiles Tiles
Tiles.
Tiles
One more time.
Tiles
Exactly.
on December
Tiles.
4, 1828, the
Good. I'm
House
sorry, but the previous idea. Who remained living?
of Orizaba link the House of Tiles,
I'm sorry. What is the pronunciation again?
Tiles, Tiles,
Tiles.
Tiles,
So who remained living in the house of tiles?
living in the
Good.
House of
Okay.
Tiles,
Tiles.
Tiles. On December 4, 1828, the house was loaded,
I'm sorry.
be
One more time. What happened?
loaded, loaded,
Mm,
loaded,
let's practice the pronunciation too. Color chart.
l- lo- looted, loot, looted, looted,
Good. One more time.
looted,
Good. Looted. So what happened to the
looted.
house?
The house was looted by an angry mob
Good. Now, what is the connector for passive voice?
by, by,
Bye. Goodbye.
by, by an angry mob,
Again?
mob, mob,
Mob.
mob. An officer angry because he was not to
Good.
romancing
What is the supergestory form of permit?
permit
Again?
permitted
Permitted. Exactly.
permitted of no of permitted to romance it
I'm
your
sorry. What was he not permitted to do?
permitted romance
Romance. Okay.
a youngling woman of the family
Good. I'm
broken
sorry. How was the woman?
woman
How
of
was the woman of the family?
young young woman
Okay.
young woman of the family broken into the house of toilets
Good. Broken is in super yes.
broken
Is super
broke
yes. What is the yesterday form of this action?
broken
One more time.
broken
This is a pronunciation. Culture.
broke bro, 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 broke
Again.
broke
Exactly. Broke.
broke into in house of Tiles.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the house?
House Tiles. Tiles.
This is a pronunciation one more time. Culture.
To tile
Tiles.
tile tiles
Good. One more time.
tiles
Tiles.
tiles
Exactly.
in
So,
the tiles
what is the pronunciation again?
in the houses of tiles.
Houses is plural. What is the singular
House
form?
of tiles.
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 Great. Let's do something. Now that you know the correct pronunciation of all the words, Ayara, could you please read once again with a little more fluency?
Yes, teacher. After after the independence, all nobles were
Tiles.
titles were abolished,
Good. Abolish. Where is
abolished,
this term from abolish?
abolished,
Exactly.
were abolished, but the counts of Orizaba remained living in the house of Tiles on December
Tiles.
Tiles on December 4, 1828. The house was looted by an angry mob, an
Good.
officer angry
What
because
is the
he
connector
was
for passive voice, Ayara?
beat by,
By. Exactly.
by an angry mob, an officer angry because he was not
What
to
is the
rom-
action permit in Superior?
permit, permit, perm-
Permitted.
permitted to romance a young woman of the family, broken into
Broken is in Superior.
broke into the house of tiles.
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 All right, great. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's super good. Perfect, students. Do you have any comments, any questions about this paragraph? Great, super easy. So, let's have Sandra. Sandra, could you please explain this paragraph for us? Tell us what you remember, what you understand.
Um, After the independence, the novel were abolished.
I'm sorry, one more time. What things?
Abolished.
Okay, what things were abolished?
Um, the novel rights were abolished.
I'm not so sure about the pronunciation. The noble.
Rights.
Let me help you with the
Rights.
pronunciation, correct?
Two. Type. Rights. Title. Title. Title.
Titles.
Titles.
Good, one more time.
Titles.
Exactly, titles.
After the independence, the novel titles were abolished. Um, the house of title
I'm
was
sorry, what house?
the house of tiles um, was still inability, inability by the counts of Orizaba.
Good, I'm sorry, what happened to the house of tiles?
Um, I was reminded, reminded,
Sorry, did you say
li-
united? The house was?
the was I still inability um, remains living
Okay.
by the counts of Orizaba. Um, and the house was looted by an angry mob on
I'm
December
sorry, who looted the house of tiles?
Who,
Okay, let's do something, Sandra. I think you are reading the paragraph, right? Close your book.
okay.
Close your book and tell me what you remember. Let's do it from memory. I want you to have like a conversation. Tell me what you remember.
Okay. It's about the after the independence, all mm, the novel titles was abolished.
Good. You're talking about novel
Were
titles.
were abolished
And what is the
and
superyesterdary form of abolish?
yesterday were abolished.
Abolished. Okay.
Um, the ghost of Isaba living in the
The counts of Orizaba.
in lived
Fifth.
lived lived in house titles
In the house of
in
titles.
titles and the house was lotted
Sorry, how was the house?
lot lotted
Let's try the pronunciation. Correct.
lo
One more time.
lo lo loot looted
Again.
looted
Good. Looted.
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 So how was the house?
The house was looted by angry mob,
By an angry mob. Okay.
and uh, there is a or police.
A police officer.
Oh, there was police hungry
How was
because
this? How was this police officer?
uh,
What was the
hungry,
emotion?
hungry,
I hear hungry.
angry.
Angry. Okay. The police officer was angry.
There was angry because he wants
Good. But we're
uh,
talking about the past. What is the action wanting yesterday? Exactly. Wanted.
he wanted um, a romance with a young woman,
Okay.
and that's it.
And what did he do because he was angry?
Um, he uh, um, he broken the door,
Broken. Super yesterday. What
broken,
is it? Yeah.
broken the door,
Broken is a super yesterday. What is the yesterday form of this action?
broke. He broke the door
Hmm.
in the house sides.
In the house of tiles. Okay. Great. Thank you very much. Sandra, super good. All right. Let's continue with the next one. Paragraph 6. More vocabulary. And Nelson.
Stairs.
Sorry, one time, sir.
Stairs.
Great. Stairs. Okay, so what are stairs? As is there the things that you use to go up. So to go to the restroom, you need to go up the stairs. Sandra.
Viciously.
Great. Viciously. What is viciously? Viciously is a description, as it says there, in a very violent manner. For example, in the morning, I saw some cats fighting viciously, violently.
viciously,
Victor.
Dagger.
dagger,
Great. Dagger. Okay, so what is a dagger? A dagger, as it says there, it's similar to a knife that is especially used for killing. Dayana.
assassin,
Saution.
assassin,
Saution.
Could you check the curvature, please?
Ausausin. Ausausin.
One more time?
Ausausin.
I'm not very sure, Dayana. This is the pronunciation, correct? Right?
A. As. Asa.
assassin,
Asas.
So right on.
Asas.
Assess.
Asas. Assassin.
assassin,
Assassin.
Good one, on.
Assassin.
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 Great. An assassin. What is an assassin? An assassin is a person that kills other people. He is an assassin.
Teacher is the same to a killer.
A killer, a murderer. Yeah, that's the same. Francisco.
Sentences.
I'm sorry, Francisco.
Sentencen. Sentencen.
I hear an
Sentencen.
I hear an extra pronunciation. Okay, there's a pronunciation. Let's go. Correct, right?
Se. Sen. Sen.
sentence,
Senta. Senta.
sentence,
The intonation is that
Senta.
sent
Sente.
sent.
Sente. Sentan. Sentence.
sentenced,
Sentenced.
Good, one more time.
Sentenced.
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 sentenced,
Good, one more time.
Sentenced.
sentenced,
Good, sentenced. All
Sentenced.
right, sentenced. What is sentenced? Thank you very much. Sentence. What is a sentenced is when a judge gives you your punishment. For example, if you steal something, you go to prison. You are sentenced to 5 years in prison. In the United States, for serious crimes, people are sentenced to death in some parts of the United States. Leticia.
Ex, ex, exascuted, ex- exascuted,
I,
exascuted,
I hear an extra
exas,
pronunciation.
eh, exact, executed,
Good, Martin.
executed,
I hear the extra pronunciation.
executed,
Martin. Oops.
executed,
The intonation is
executed,
that
executed,
executed.
executed,
Martin.
executed.
Great. Executed. Okay, so what is executed? Executed is similar to killed, especially for a crime. The assassin was executed. And Nelson?
Memories. Memories. Memories.
Great, memories. Okay, so what are memories? Memories are things that you remember. I have a lot of memories from my childhood. Things that you remember are your memories. And Sandra?
Majestic.
One more time.
Majestic.
Great, majestic. Okay, so what is
Majestic.
majestic? Majestic is a description as is there fantastic, amazing, beautiful, wonderful, incredible. Like, for example, the pyramid of Chichen Itza is majestic. Great. That's all the vocabulary, students. Do you have any comments, any questions about it? Can I close the window? Okay. I don't hear any notes. Great. So we will now listen to paragraph number 2.
He entered in the exact moment that the ex-Count Andre Diego de Paredo was coming down the stairs. He attacked the ex-Count viciously with a dagger, killing him instantly. The assassin was sentenced and executed, but this didn't erase the sad memories in this majestic house. The house was adorned with funeral ornaments, and its windows and doors closed.
Great. So let's have Francisco. Francisco, could you please read the paragraph for us?
Yes, teacher. He entered in the exact moment that the ex-Count Andres Diego de Peredo was coming down the stairs. He attacked the ex-Count visually
I'm
with a
sorry.
dagger.
What person did he attack?
The ex-Count
I'm not so
visually.
sure about the pronunciation. Let me confirm the pronunciation just in case, Francisco Carter.
Okay. K, the,
K.
coat,
One more time.
coat,
Cow.
count, 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 count,
Good. One more time.
count.
Exactly. Count.
He attacked the ex-count viciously with a dagger, killing him instantly. The assassin was sentenced and executed.
I'm sorry. What happened to the assassin?
Was sentenced.
Good. What is the supererogatory form of sentence?
Sentenced.
There's a pronunciation, correct?
Sen, sent, senta, senta, sentan, sentence, sentence,
Good. One more time.
sentence,
Good. Sentenced.
sentence,
Sentence. So what happened to the assassin?
sentence and execute,
And what else?
execute,
What is the supererogatory form of execute?
executed,
Executed. Okay.
executed, but this don't erase the
This
sad memories in the
good.
majestic house.
Don't. What is the
Don't,
helper for yesterday?
didn't, excuse me.
Exactly. So what didn't
Uh,
this do?
but this didn't erase the sad memories in this majestic house. The house was adorned with funeral ornaments and, and its window and doors closed.
Good. I'm sorry. What happened to the house?
Um, windows and doors closed.
Okay, good. What is the supererogatory form of adorn?
Doors.
There's a pronunciation, correct? Check.
Okay. Uh, the, ad, ado,
I'm sorry, one more time.
ad, do, ado, adore, adorn, adorned,
Good. One more time.
adorned,
Good. Adorned.
adorned.
Exactly. So what happened to the house?
Was adorned with
I'm
funeral
sorry. What
ornaments,
is the supererogatory form of adorn?
adornment,
Adorned.
adorned,
Exactly. And what was the house adorned with?
adorned with funeral ornaments.
Let's practice the pronunciation. Correct? Right?
You, few, fun, fun,
One more time.
fun,
I don't hear the sound.
funeral, 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 funeral,
Good. One more time.
funeral,
Good. Funeral.
funeral.
So, what was adorned with funeral ornaments?
Was adorned,
I'm sorry, what is adorned in superhistory?
adorned,
Adorned.
adorned,
Not adorned, adorned.
no, adorned, adorned with funeral ornaments,
Funeral.
and its windows and doors closed,
What is the superhistory form of close?
closed,
I don't
closed.
closed. Okay, great. Now, Francisco, now that you know the correct pronunciation of all the words, I'll give you a second opportunity to read one more time with more fluency, all right?
Okay. He entered in the exact moment that the ex-Count Andres Diego de Peredo was coming down the stairs. He attacked the ex-Count visually with
What
dagger.
manner did he attack the ex-count?
Ex-Count
Yeah, in what manner did he attack the ex-count?
with dagger.
With a dagger, yeah, but in what manner did he attack the ex-count with a dagger?
Visually,
This is the pronunciation, correct, right?
she, vish, vish, visha, visha, vishas, viciously, viciously,
Viciously.
viciously,
So
viciously.
in what manner did he attack the ex-count?
The ex-con visualists with a dagger,
With a dagger.
killing him instantly.
Yes.
The assassin was sentenced and executed.
I'm sorry, what happened to the assassin?
Was sentenced,
What is the action's sentence in superhistory?
sentenced,
There's a,
sentenced.
there's a pronunciation, correct, right?
Se, sen, sent, senta, senton, sentence, sentence, sentence,
I'm sorry, one more time.
sentence,
Sentenced.
sentence,
Sentenced.
sentence,
Good, sentenced. So what
sentence,
happened to the assassin?
sentence and executed
And how else?
and execute,
Executed.
executed, sentenced and executed. But this didn't erase the sad memories in the majestic house. The house was adorned
I'm sorry,
with
what happened to the house?
was adorned,
What is the
adorned,
action? Adorn in superhistory.
adorned,
Adorned.
adorned with
Adorned.
funeral,
Not
adorned,
adorned. Adorned.
adorned,
Adorned.
adorned
Exactly.
with funeral ornaments and its windows and doors closed,
What is the superhistory form of close?
closed,
Closed.
closed,
Closed.
closed.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Francisco. Super good. And next one, Leticia.
Yes, teacher.
Could you please read once again for us?
Yes. Um, he entered in the exact moment that the ex-count Andres Diego de Peredo was coming down the stairs. He attacked the ex-count viciously with a dagger, killing him instantly. Instantly. The assassin was sentenced and executed, executed,
I'm sorry, how was
but
the assassin?
uh, the assassin was
Hmm.
sentenced
And
and executed,
executed. Okay.
executed, but this didn't erase the sad memories in this majestic house. The house was adorned with funeral ornaments and its windows and doors closed.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Super good. Students, do you have any questions about the paragraph? Great. So let's listen to Victor. Victor, could you please tell us what you remember from the paragraph?
Yes, teacher. This paragraph is about um, um, the the sorry, it's the next part of the story about the angry officer that
So I think the
killed.
word that you wanted to use was continuation.
A continuation.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. This is the continuation of the history of the story
Hmm.
of the angry man,
That's right.
the angry officer that he killed the ex count of Orizaba uh, with a dagger, and um, the man who was sentenced and executed. But the sad atmosphere continues
We're
uh,
talking about the
in
past. What is the continuous is in play.
continues or
Simple form, continue.
continue continue continued continued
Continued.
continued um the sad atmosphere continued in the house of tiles.
And what happened after the X count was? What did people do to the house? Do you remember?
They they collocated collocated ornaments,
I don't think
funeral ornament,
collocate is the right word.
adorned. Sorry,
Okay,
adorned.
adorned.
Yes, sorry. They adorned the house with funeral ornaments.
Exactly.
That's
Okay, very good. I liked your explanation. Remember, try to explain the paragraph with your words, what you understand. Sometimes we might not remember. Personally, my memory is really bad, and we might not remember some details. But try to do it with your own words. Okay. I saw that you were not reading the story again, so that's something really good. Perfect. Let's continue, students. Next paragraph. Paragraph 7. Vocabulary. Great. And next one. Let's have Francisco. What is the word, Francisco?
Okay. On sale. On sale.
Great. On sale. What is on sale? On sale is a description for something, a product, a house, an apartment that you can buy. The apartment next to mine is on sale. That means that you can buy the apartment. Or, as it is there, sometimes it's when it has a discount. For example, yesterday I went to Walmart and I saw a TV on sale. Leticia,
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Warrington?
No. Dynasty.
Great. Dynasty. Okay, so what is a dynasty? A dynasty is a family of rulers, a family of kings, queens, princes. Nelson?
Sorrow.
Sorry,
Sorrow.
Nelson.
Row.
The
Oh.
intonation is that.
Sorrow.
But what is this pronunciation, Nelson?
So. Row.
That
Sorrow.
sorrow. All right, sorrow. What is sorrow? Sorrow is what you feel when a person dies. When a person that you love dies. That is sorrow. I feel sorrow because of the death of my uncle. Sandra.
Occurrences.
The intonation is
Occurrences.
th- that.
Occurrences. Occurrences.
Occurrences.
Occurrences.
Great. Occurrences. What are occurrences? As is there things that happen, events. For example, in the year 2020, there were many occurrences. COVID-19, fires, possible wars. There were many terrible occurrences in that year. Great. Next one. Victor. What is the next one, Victor?
Public action.
Warrington.
Public action.
Great. Public auction. Auction. What is a public auction? A public auction is an event where people sell products and you make your offer. For example, I am selling this cell phone. This was the first cell phone of Steve Jobs. So the starting price of this cell phone is $100. Do I hear $200? $200 for the man over there, $300, $300 over there. Do I hear $4,000? $4,000. Okay, so that is an auction. Public is in general. The opposite of private. And Dayara.
Brush it,
Could you check the correct pronunciation?
brush it, brushes,
Lord, Orton.
bre- bre-
Hola, Nelson. Buenos días. Oye, Nelson, estoy con fiebre desde ayer de la madrugada. Empecé a estornudar.
brush it.
Hace como 2 días que llevo de la escuela y ayer ya parece que...
Good. Let's practice the pronunciation. Correct.
Pr- pr- pr-
Per.
pr- brush,
Perch.
brush, brushes,
I'm sorry, my mistake.
brushes, brushes, brushes,
The intonation is that
brushes,
purchased.
brushes.
Great. Purchased. Purchased. An action in yesterday. Purchased. Yesterday purchased. As is there, it's to buy. For example, I bought a new car. I purchased a new car. I purchased 3 products on
Ahorita
Amazon.
hablamos, ¿ya?
That's all the vocabulary of the third paragraph. Do you students have any comments, any questions? Can I close the window? Yeah. Great. So let's listen to paragraph 7.
Soon after, the House of Tiles went on sale. This is the way that Dona Angela Suarez de Paredo, last member of the dynasty, wanted it. Feeling great sorrow over the death and occurrences in the house, she sold the great mansion in a public auction on October 27th, 1871. It was purchased by Rafael Martinez de la Torre of Puebla for the price of 42,000 pesos plus 14,000 for the Plaza of Guardiola.
Great. So let's have Nelson. Nelson, could you please read the paragraph for us?
Okay, teacher. Soon after the House of Tiles went on sale, this is the way that Doña Angela Suarez de Peredo, last member of the dynasty, wanted it, feeling great sorrow over the death.
I'm sorry, what was she feeling great sorrow
Did
over? Let's practice the pronunciation. Nelson, this is it. Correct.
over the death.
One more time, sir.
Death.
Exactly, death. So what was she feeling?
Yeah. Feeling great sorrow over the death and occurrence in the house.
Good. What is the plural form of occurrence?
Occurrence.
Occurrence is singular. What is it?
Occurrence.
Occurrence is
Occurrence.
that is the singular form. What is the plural form?
Occurrence.
Occurrence is singular. The plural.
Occurrences.
Exactly, occurrences.
Occurrences. Okay. Feeling great sorrow over the death and occurrences in the house. She sold the great mansion in a public auction on October 27, 1871. It was purchased by Rafael Martinez de la Torre of Puebla for the price of 42,000 pesos plus
Sorry, one more time. What is the name of this?
42,000 houses
1,000 pesos?
pesos plus
I'm not sure, Nelson. Let me confirm the pronunciation. Correct, Church?
plus pla- plus plus
Again?
plus
That's right. Plus.
plus. Yeah. Mm, he was purchased by Rafael Martínez de la Torre of Puebla for the price of 42,000 pesos plus 14,000 for the Plaza of Guardiola.
14,000 for the Plaza of Guardiola. Okay, great. Thank you very much, sir. Super good. Perfect. So, students, we have a few minutes left before the break. Do you have any comments, any questions about it? Great. Let's go to the break right now, and then we will return to lesson 28. Okay? I'll see you in 10.